Good day. The topic for today is concrete formwork and reinforcement. For all high-rise structures, the most important factor is the stability of the structure. Before we do the actual construction, we must first do the framework that is strong enough to carry the loads. Our framework could be designed in this way. We will have the concrete base, and then on top of the concrete base, we'll have the column, and then on top of the column rests the beam. On top of the beam, then there will be a slab. All these different items are joined together by a reinforcement. We have this drawing is shown. That's where we're going to do our taking off. This is the section of our drawing. And then we have the plan view of our drawing. The size of our structure is 6,5 by 3 meters. Then we have addendum B attached, illustrates the plan and section of a reinforced concrete structure. Measure all the work underneath the ground level, including the reinforcement items. But we're going to measure everything. Okay, our specification says earthworks is the rate, then the site is level and the whole area of the building, including, it must be cleared up to 3 meters around the structure. The strength of our concrete is 25 MPa in column and in bases. Then for our reinforcement, allow a provisional sum of 40,000 for supply and fixing of the steel reinforcement. You first need to compile a measuring list. Our measuring list is concrete, formwork, and reinforcement. But you need to know as well that when you measure the concrete, you're going to measure it base, columns, beams, and slabs. So is your formwork. You will do the formwork for your columns, beams, and slab. Only if you are gonna do the from the ground level, but sometimes you do the measurement of formwork also in bases if it is on the flat surface that is not below the surface of the earth. And then the last one would be the reinforcement. Now, according to our plan shows that our length is 6,500 meters, and then you add the site clearance allowance, which is 3 meters. So you say your length, add 2 times 3,000. That is on one end and on another end. It's going to give you that 12,500. So is your breadth is 3 meters. The same thing applies. The allowance of the site is 2 by 3. Then it gives you 6,000. And thereafter you do your booking. As you can see, it's 12,5 by 6 meters, and you underline. And then you describe it as clear site of all vegetation and small trees not exceeding 200 millimeters in girth. Once you are done, and thereafter the next step, you will have to book now the size of your holes. Then you've got to know the depth. You do collections by adding that 500 that is from ground level to top of the base. And then you've got the size of your base, which is 400. In total, it gives you 900. And thereafter, you can book, you say, you've got 1,3 by 1,3 by 0.9. How many are they? They are 4. And then you've got the size, which is 1 meter by 1 meter by 0.9. How many are they? They are 2. And then you describe it as excavate in pickable material for holes not exceeding 2 meters in depth as per standard systems. So 900 is less than 2 meters. And thereafter you proceed to go to the risk of collapse. You prevent the holes of the side of your holes from collapsing. So you can do this. For each side is 1 meter 300, is the hole has got 4 sides. In total, you will need a shattering or whatever material that you will use for the risk of collapse. It's going to be 5 meter 200. Then if you say, and then another one, it will be 4 times 1 it's gonna give you 4 meters. And then after you do your booking and say it's 5,60 by 0,90 for 4 holes, and then you've got 4 by 0.9 for 2 holes. Or else you can say one side of the hole is 1 meter 300 by 900. Then the hole has got 4 sides, and then you need 4 holes. That is the amount of shattering you need to prevent the walls of your hole from collapsing, and do the same for the second one. Thereafter, you make an allowance of your water. So you just write the word item, keep excavations free of water. And thereafter, you're coming to the concrete. The concrete will be, each is 1,3 by 1,3 by 0,4. They are 4. And then you've got 1,00 by 1,00. Then they are 2. Then you describe it as 25 MPa as per specification. And then after you proceed, you do the columns. Now remember, when you measure the columns, you start erecting your columns from top of the base to underside of the beam. So from ground level to underside of the beam is 3 meter 500, and then you've got from ground level to top of the base is 500. So the total length of your the total height of your columns is 4 meters. And then you do the concrete for your columns. Then you have that columns, the L-shaped column, which is 500 plus 500 is 1000. You need the center line of that one. Then it's going to give you 700. So the total length of that L-shaped column is 700. And thereafter, you do your booking. You need the volume of concrete for those columns. So it's 0,3 by 0,3 by 4 meters the height, they are 2, and then you've got 0,7 by 0,3 by 4 meters, which is they are 4. You need that volume, or else you can say you divide that L-shaped column into 2 shapes. Then you've got shape A, which is 0,3 as you have seen in the previous drawing, by 0,5 by 4, then 0,2 by 0,3 by 4. That is still going to give you the same amount of concrete you need for that L-shaped column. And thereafter, you do the formwork. The formwork, or is the shattering. So each side is 500 meters. So you can take each side by the height of the column, or else you can just add all the sides of your column and then by the height of the column. Thereafter, you do your booking, as you can see on the calculation. And then there are many options that you can do. Then you can approach this formwork in different ways. So you come to your beam, you do the center line of that beam, then you book it. That is 17,8 by 0,3 by 1,5 by 0,15. Thereafter, the formwork for that one side, including side of the slab, is 550. The underside is 300. The internal side is 150. So the size of the shattering unit is 1 meter. And then it's that 1 meter by the center line of that beam. So you do your slab. The size of your slab now is 6,5 by 3 meters by 0,4. You need that volume of concrete for that slab. And then once you are done your slab, you do the formwork. That is the underside of the slab. So you've got 6,5. You subtract your beams, the size of your beams. So it will be 2,3 by 2. Then 600, it's going to give you that amount, and then you do the same thing in your breadth. It's going to give you that amount. So the total amount of shattering you need for that column, for that, for the decking of the slab is that much. And thereafter, you come and do your reinforcement. In your reinforcement, you just write the word item, and then you allow a provisional sum of whatever amount will be given to you for supplying and fixing of steel, and allow for attendance and allow for a profit. That is all. Thank you.